friends, this is the MrsVolfie from our half-acre homestead with my weekly tea break. I think it's becoming weekly. And there was a while there I was doing like 2 a week when I wasn't well. Wow, busy week. If I get twitchy sitting here, it's because I finished putting the garden in, and I now have 8 raised beds. I have green beans, yellow beans, tomatoes, leeks, onions, cabbage, red peppers. Oh, and 2 flower pots with tomato cages in them for pickling cucumbers. You did get the second pot in for me?
Second pot's in, everything's watered.
Oh, bless your heart. Thank you, honey.
Grass is knocked down.
Grass is knocked down. Awesome. So now, thanks to Daddy, I now have 8 garden beds and 2 pots. And he just went around all the boxes with the whippersnipper, and Bob's your uncle. It was all cleaned up, and the boxes are cool. And now, and I'm just been eaten alive by black flies. I have never seen the black flies this bad, eh, dear? Not here.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Not this year.
Yeah, I've seen it this summer.
Ooh! Daddy just gave me some change, and you know what that's for? It's going in the gas can. There we go, Florida, here we come. Anyway, so Daddy said, there's rain coming tonight, and it's going to rain all weekend. He said, if there's anything to go in the garden, do it tonight. So we went out, got gas and an ice cream cone. And when we got back, I had him spray me all over with bug spray because I swell really bad with black fly bites. I really do. And he sprayed me all over, and then I sprayed me all over twice more, and I'm still chewed. They get into your clothes and everything. Normally, it's never this bad, but maybe it's because there's rain coming, eh, dear? It's probably because when you are driving, here's a nugget of knowledge here. When you're driving down the road, and people say if a bird flies down in front of your car, it means rain's coming or bad weather's coming. And that's not an old wives' tale, because it's true. The low pressure pushes the bugs down, and then the birds are swooping to get the bugs. So that makes sense that the bugs were really bad when I was at my garden tonight. So I've actually had to take a couple of Benadryl because I came in the house and I had a shower and I used my poofy and scrubbed all over, but I'm just itching like mad. So the garden is in. Yes. Hopefully this weekend, it's going to rain all weekend. So Papa and I are going to make a little trip to go visit my brother. And because he's, as far as I know, the only one who's not going to be able to come to the pig roast. And no, we're not talking about my brother John. We're talking about my brother Bob, because Bob's your uncle. Well, at least to my kids. And so I wanna go and have a cup of tea with my brother Bob. So we're gonna take a drive on Saturday. And Arthur and Mel, actually, it's a duplex, and my brother and his wife live on the downstairs, and Arthur and Mel live in the upstairs, and my brother Marty, my brother-in-law Marty, lives next door, and because he owns both houses. And so my son Arthur was saying, oh, you should bring the motor coach down. I said, where am I going to park it? Right? He said, in the driveway, because I guess there was a car in the driveway that was dead, and my brother-in-law had it towed out. And Arthur said, well, yeah, there's room now. He said, as long as Aunt Kathy and Uncle Bob can get the van in and out, he said, there's no reason why you just can't pull right in there. And so he's like, you're going to come and visit? So it's like, I don't know, probably before the summer's over, we're going to go camping in my son's driveway. But I mean, you know what? Camping elsewhere is expensive. I just got a text from my brother Bill. Yeah, I have a lot of brothers, if you haven't noticed. I got a text from my brother Bill, and they just bought a new truck and a little camper. And so they are going to meet us in Algonquin Park next month. because that's the weekend that Daddy and I are going away to relax before the pig roast, because things are really moving quick. I ordered our pig today. I made the decision because Howie wanted to get a live one because it would be cheaper, and then dispatch it and hang it in the fridge box for the week before the pig roast. But the gentleman we buy our pigs from at Peabody Farms, he said he wouldn't have any of a comparable weight by that time. So he said, I have 100-pound pigs, or I will have soon 100-pound pigs cleaned and everything in the freezer. So I said, yep, give me one of those. Oh man, folks, but you got $350. But this is a pasture raised heritage pig that was fed on nothing but hand ground oats. It doesn't get any better than that. Even if I'd have raised it myself, you don't get better than that, right? So, no, I couldn't have raised it like that. And so we decided that, and then I talked to him, and I said, we're going to want a live full weight one in the fall, and we'll just butcher it, like dispatch, we'll come and pick it up live. And he said, great, sounds perfect. So we're picking up the pig 3 days before the pig roast so that it can hang in the fridge box to thaw naturally in the refrigerator, so that it'll be ready to go. We were going to do a ground oven, but that's a lot of work when you got a lot of company. So we've decided, we saw a YouTube video, and once I find the channel, I will link it. Some kind of barbecue made out of cement blocks and diamond wire, the diamond plate wire or whatever, I don't know. And they built a fire in one end of it so that it heated the whole box. And I like the design. I'm going to tweak it, and then Papa's going to build it, because when I come up with an idea, Daddy always, one of the wonderful things about being with somebody this long, but it's always been this way from day one. I'll have an idea and I'll tell it to Howie in detail, and it will percolate, and then he'll go, yeah, I can do that. And then he improves on it. So, I mean, how lucky am I, right? So somebody commented that me driving the backhoe video. I cut the one part out I wanted you to hear, which was me saying, well, no, I got to dig something, because I couldn't. The seat spins around and faces the claw digger, and that's what I wanted to play with. But in order to turn the seat around, you have to stand up, turn around, and then kind of climb over stuff. And Howie said, it's not going to happen, honey. You're not going to be able to do it. But that one's the next one. I'm going to find a way to play with the digger, because I had a lot of fun. I want to work for a construction company. Just put me on something that runs around and packs things down. If I'd known how fun that was, I would have gotten into construction when I was younger. We're probably going to have to rent it again, because we have to fix the pool. And I'm really grateful that it's calling for rain all weekend, because Daddy needs a break. Daddy really needs a break. Now that, I don't know if I told you this, I sold my bourbon red Tom and the 5 little Narragansett Spanish Black Crosses to a local fella. So, and it's good to know, because now we know that we can't trade birds with each other, because we would run into problems. But anyway, after he took the Tom and the kid and the little chicks and his daughter, and they left, and Howie herded, no, it was before they left, but Howie herded the Tom turkey and the 2 Nary hens into the pen with the 3 bourbon red hens. And then I had to go to town to pick up some stuff. Well, when I went out to the truck, it was the most comical thing. I swear I'm Dr. Doolittle or Dr. Doolittle's wife. If I keep looking at this, it's because the bugs are like flying all around the security cameras. So anyway, I go to get in the truck, and from the corner of the grow out yard, the three Narragansett see me and they come running to the corner and they're going, hey, 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 knock, 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 hey, hey, hey. And I'm like, oh God. If I wish I'd had the camera with me, because there would be little bubbles over their heads going, where did our boyfriend go? How do you expect? Look at that thing. He's not even the right color. He's small. And I don't want the sloppy seconds of the Narragansetts. Where's our boyfriend? It was just hilarious. You could actually almost visibly, they were so outraged. And they were like, nah, 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 nah. Right. I'm telling you, folks, animals do talk to you. You just got to go by their body language, their circumstances, and their attitude. They talk to you. It's like babies. Babies have different cries. They have I'm wet cry, or I'm in pain cry, or I feel like crap cry, or I'm a hungry cry. There are all these different things. You just learn to recognize them. So, but that Spanish black is actually quite small compared to the bourbon red. He's about the little black turkey's about half the size of the bourbon red, eh, dear? Almost a little bit bigger than half the size, but he's only a year old, so he will get bigger. But I kind of like the idea of a slightly smaller Tom than the hens, because he's doing his job, because all the turkeys that I hatched last week were all his babies and the Narragansett hens. So, but he's out there going, "Oof." And he goes, and his chest feathers all go up, and he drags his, and he just shakes. And the bourbon reds are like, see, look what he's doing. That's just gross. I love turkeys. I think they're smart. Well, okay. Don't go by that with the large whites and the broad-breasted bronze. Those have been genetically modified, and they're stupid as all get out. And you can't breed them naturally. Just saying. So if you get a broad-breasted bronze at a hatchery, you won't be able to breed them naturally. Maybe the hens, but the toms will get too big and they won't be able to mate. Same with the whites. Anyway, I love turkeys. They got such personalities. I like chickens, not too fond of roosters, but then you guys have all seen the videos with the bruised leg and the bloody legs. So, but I've got 3 incubators still, again, with turkey eggs in them. And I'm going to do a video because everybody keeps asking me if you can eat turkey eggs. And these 3 incubator loads are the last ones I'm doing this year because mating season's pretty much over. And we just kind of turned everybody's world upside down. I know Antonio. Oh yeah, I named my Spanish black Antonio Banderas because he's just this little, this little Latin type lover type bird, and they're all like, oh my God. But you know what? He gets the job done. So anyway, bless you, darling. So I have 3 incubator loads, and I'm hoping against hope I get a bourbon red Tom. I hope I get 2. But the way, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm going to be keeping a few of the hatch, of any one of these hatch of the Spanish black and the Neri crosses. And I'll keep a bourbon red Tom if I, God willing, hatch them out. And I will have another set of birds breeding for next year. Chickens, boy, I've still got 2 roosters, but those blue Orpingtons are really gentle. I have no idea what that. I mean, Steffi has no luck with roosters because the one when she brought me Blue, and he bruised me really bad. I didn't want, but I had 3 of them all winter long in the chicken coop with 8 hens, and nobody was hurt. Nobody fought. it was, I mean, they had their little squabbles, but it was, so even now I can go out there and collect eggs, but I'm smart, you see. It is nesting season. And the roosters are taking on a different stance, which means they look at me sideways when I come into the coop. So what I do is I put their food in their bowl with my little bucket, or I put fill their feeder with my little bucket. Then while they're all busy eating, I go collect the eggs and I take them out, and then I take their waterer out as I'm going, and I'll fill it. And by the time they figured out that I've stolen the eggs, they're already drinking water. So works for me. So I'm down to 2 pens right now. The grow out pen outside for Antonio and his flock. And I have the chickens. So chores right now are really, really easy. So that was the decision on the pig. What else did I want to share? Got my garden beds in. Daddy went and cut all the grass down with the whippersnipper. And that's about it. We're gonna take it easy this weekend. We Papa needs some rest. Well, even if I do part of the driving, right? Daddy doesn't mind driving. It doesn't really tire him out. Maybe after about 12 to 16 hours, he gets tired, but a couple hours down and a couple hours back, not a big deal. Anyway, this is the MrsVolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, bless you, darling. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. And I will, after the rain comes and goes, I will go out and show you the backyard with the completed garden. And I will take you a walk through my little park up by the driveway that you saw me pushing dirt around with the backhoe. All right. Anyway, take care. God bless. It's time for me to go to bed.